Ridge feels responsible for Brailer Pact breach. The bold and the beautiful teasers and news hint that Ridge Forrester Thorsten K., who broke up a catfight, experiences a crisis of conscience. He takes responsibility for breaking the agreement between Taylor Hayes and Brooke Logan after realizing his part in the ongoing conflict between the mothers of his children. Brooke Logan broke the deal and assigned blame in the bold and the beautiful spoilers. The one who broke the agreement was Brooke, who had supper with Ridge and later returned downstairs in a nightgown to discover him still there. Before that, she had stolen a kiss beneath the mistletoe. She took care to keep that information a secret because she didn't want Taylor to find out. She has also been stalking Ridge ever since he returned to the Forrester Creations office. Clinginess is a strategy Brooke uses to recapture any man she deems to be her man, as everyone who knows her or has known her for a long time would attest. Even though Hope Spencer, Annika Noel, witnessed it and called her on it, she broke the agreement she had made with Taylor the moment she kept that minor incident with the negligee a secret. Brooke Logan admits her feelings in B&B spoilers. When Brooke acknowledges her emotions for Ridge, the argument that had been sparked by Thomas Forrester and Hope's romance suddenly becomes very personal. In order to get to Ridge, Brooke accuses Taylor of breaching their agreement and attempting to set her up with Deacon Sharp and Paul Hollis W. Chambers. Brooke is reminded by Taylor that she has numerous opportunities to save Ridge's world from falling apart, and Taylor then becomes aggressive, pushing Brooke to mature. It appears that their girls and Thomas are not present when this occurs in the design area at Forrester Creations, but Ridge is, and he needs to intervene violently. Spoilers for the bold and the beautiful. Ridge Forrester acknowledges his responsibility. Ridge is aware of his role in the competition between these two ladies, both of whom he still loves, having wavered between them for so many years. However, he left when they claimed to have made their own decision and told him to return after he had made a choice between the two of them without finishing the work. He and Bill Spencer had jumped right into the FBI sting and capture of Kimberlyn Brown's Shayla Carter, and while that was amazing, he hadn't done his part. Perhaps Taylor needs to focus on not being the problem, despite the fact that they have a business trip to Italy planned in which he will obviously not participate. If he ends the conflict himself, Taylor and Brooke won't quarrel and damage each other over it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss his fate. Stephanie Forrester has been waiting for this day for a very long time. In the current episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge Forrester considers carefully deciding against seeing his beloved Logan again. Brave and beautiful highlights recap. Taylor also lamented her recent actions, but Hope, Annika Noel, and Thomas made the decision to ignore the drama. Additionally, horror following horror, their hands came into contact again. Let's now delve a little more into what actually occurred. Ridge Forrester misjudged his future. At Forrester Creations, Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, enjoyed hearing Ridge, Thorsten K., converse with a foreign contact in Italian. Even though the phone call had ended their crucial chat about the future, she didn't care. After Ridge ended the call and returned his focus to her, Brooke gushed that she had discovered happiness within herself in the little agonizingly brief time that they had been apart. She wants to share with him right now. We haven't been apart long enough, Ridge. It's time for me to see my lifelong love again. For his part, Ridge wasn't really certain. He emphasized that, in theory, he supported the notion. He particularly cherished the thought of the two of them being alone themselves, but he couldn't help but worry if they weren't setting themselves up for having to make amends to one another again. Is there enough for this to work? He asked, to attempt it once more? Or do we just do it because it's simple to do? Just because it's a pleasant, comfortable landing, since we have lived here for a long time. The next thing they do will have consequences. Serious consequences. The last thing he wants to do is to hurt Brooke once more. He does want to see her again, that much is certain. He wants to play with her once again. Then again, there is their past. There's even their present in hell. Ridge believed that while he once knew all the solutions, he does not now. He resides with his father. He is lost. He wasn't lost, Brooke assured him, and everyone experiences wanderlust occasionally. Could the entire concept of destiny be a word that a writer invented because he was stuck on what to do with his characters at the book's conclusion? Ridge acknowledged that he cherishes the time they spent together, their love for one another, and their love for their kids. That is forever. That will always be there. Brooke, though, questioned the intensity. She still feels it, and she is aware that he feels it as well. That won't change at all. That will remain regardless of what. When I said, I need you, I really meant it. And you need me, big guy. Hold on and see. A horse tailor asked her daughter to bring her something with honey to calm her voice somewhere else, the Cliff House, to be exact. After asking how Taylor was doing and whether she genuinely wanted Ridge back, Steffi, Jacqueline McKinswood, complied. Steffi couldn't help but be startled when Taylor said that she had. Steffi acknowledged that she and Ridge are a perfect match and have a special connection when Taylor asked if she and Ridge could make each other happy. She is, however, remaining firmly outside of it. She won't be pushing this time. She'll be there for you, but the question is, who knows? Uncomplicated touch. Hope stormed into the design office at Forrester Creations asking that she and Thomas speak, but he was already aware of what his mother had done to Hope's mother. Hope's words, not his. Additionally, he is not interested in getting involved with that. He's actually doing an R.J. Joshua Hoffman and staying far away from the drama. Hope was forced to concur. She doesn't want all that to have an impact on them or their work. If for no other reason, she still has a naive feeling about her. She really did think Brayler's friendship was a strong one. Thomas concurred. Fortunately, he hasn't given up on it yet. He has learned that everything is possible if there is anything the past year has taught him. Enough already about their quarreling mothers. Now let's talk about Liam, Scott Clifton. Does he agree that Thomas and Hope should travel to Rome together? Hope dismissed her husband's worries and made the decision to handle any problems she could have at home herself. The dynamic team then carefully examined Thomas' most recent invention. Yes, it is great. Thomas does, however, occasionally want to change something. When Thomas put his hand on Hope's, trying to reassure the doubting girl, everything stopped save for her heartbeat. Hello, and the everyone, world and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. An unexpected casualty is about to be taken in Bold and Beautiful's longest-running storyline explosion. The events of this week certainly didn't come as much of a surprise to those of us who have been longtime viewers of The Bold and the Beautiful. We could have expected that Brooke wouldn't admit to hitting Ridge and would instead focus on Taylor setting them up so she could build a future with the dressmaker. Congratulations, however, Brooke, on your ability to switch on the waterworks in order to sell that line of nonsense. Taylor always ends up being the odd woman out, so we could see that coming too. Thomas appears to have inherited the gene for failure. We even believed that after everything was over, Brooke and Ridge would still be around and talk nonsense about Destiny. As far as we can tell, Destiny is I can't download Tinder because I'm not tech-savvy enough. And all of that, whether it, again, painted Brooke as a blatant hypocrite, diminished Taylor and Brooke's sense of self-worth, or illogically elevated the philandering Ridge as some sort of irresistible Mr. Right, or all of the above, was accompanied by some entertaining drama. However, this sensation that we have now that practically everything has been said and done is something we cannot live with. Our interest in the plot is being sacrificed since, at this point, we genuinely don't care what happens. Oh no, if Ridge and Brooke reconcile. He is the jerk of all jerks because he has switched marriages, which was inappropriate back when he was a playboy and is much less appropriate now that he is meant to be older and wiser. And how utterly pitiful does that make Brooke, that she would take back a man who dumped her without even letting her know why? Taylor, how about you? When she stepped off the merry-go-round, we were overjoyed. She should make wise selections because she is intelligent. She is as sad and hypocritical as Brooke if she continues to fling herself at Ridge or even lust after him despite knowing that he believes being a one-woman guy implies being with just one woman at a time. Additionally, the speed with which Bold and Beautiful had the fleeting best friends sever their arduous friendship says a lot about how the show views women and the relationships they develop.